of WCTC.
No time to call Jersey Central? Join the conversation online and be a part of WCTC's real-time talk. Like 1450 WCTC on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at 1450 WCTC. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
Think we could listen to the radio or something?
On the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC.
It's 7:08. It's hour number 2 of Jersey Central on a Friday morning on the new Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Good morning to you. It's Bert. Our contest is on the way. We'll do it a little bit later on in this 7 o'clock hour. Tickets to tonight's performance of the Piano Men. It is at the Bickford Theater in Morristown. Final chance to win some tickets for tonight's 8 o'clock show is coming up in just a little bit. I have a very special guest who is with me on the Jersey Central Newsmaker hotline this morning. He is the founder of the Where Angels Play Foundation, and they've been doing just amazing things in the aftermath of the Sandy Hook school shooting in building playgrounds really up and down the East Coast. And they're still at it, and we're going to talk about where they're headed to next with my guest, and he's here to talk about a book, too, that was recently published. He's a retired New Jersey firefighter. He is Bill Lavin, and he joins me this morning here on WCTC. Bill, it's Bert. It is an honor to speak with you this morning. How you doing today?
Oh, great, Bert. My pleasure to be here.
Oh, thank you for taking the time to talk. It's these playgrounds that you and the foundation build. Talk about why playgrounds. What were you hoping to do with building these playgrounds up and down the East Coast?
Well, the playgrounds are a symbol of joy, a place of happiness. You know, you can find kids enjoying themselves, and in the wake of so many tragedies that the country really has experienced since 9/11, Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Sandy, and then the tragic shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary, we had this crazy, wonderful idea that we should honor and celebrate the lives of these children by building parks and playgrounds that would kind of capture their personality and express who they were, their favorite color. So in a real way that they would be always remembered, and children and communities would benefit from their life and not so much be remembered for how they left us, but for how they lived and what they cared about. And we were thrilled to partner with their families. Their families loved the idea that, you know, their children would really never be forgotten and would, in a real way, watch over the children that are still here.
Yeah, something special about a playground and innocence that kind of takes us all back to the time, Bill, when we were kids. You know, the playground was a safe place to go where, nothing bad ever happened there. You know, and it's symbolic, like you said, of the lives that they lived, and that's what's important to them. Just looking at some of the list of some of the towns you've built these playgrounds in, Parlin, Tinton Falls, Aberdeen, Ocean Gate, Elizabeth. You've been up and down. All up and down Jersey. What do you hear from the communities, from the towns when you approach them about the playgrounds? What kind of reaction do you get from them?
Oh, it's just complete support, and they welcome these projects. In many cases, the playground was built in areas that were heavily damaged by the Superstorm Sandy, and so the community is trying to rebuild. And we had built playgrounds in the wake of Hurricane Katrina in Mississippi and New Orleans, and what we learned there that they weren't just playgrounds; they were really symbols of hope and recovery. So in the Highlands and in Belmar and in Union Beach and in places where they were hard hit and homes were badly damaged, we had neighbors come to us and say, "Gee, I wasn't going to rebuild it necessarily here. I wasn't sure whether I was going to move away, but I see this beautiful structure and a playground, and I know that, you know, life is going to get back to normal and kids are going to play again." And it's really a symbol of recovery, and it's a win-win. The families who have suffered such great tragedy, they benefit, and the communities really are lifted up by the spirit of these beautiful angels.
Yeah, I could see why. And I'm sure you have a long list of people and people probably, fighting with each other to volunteer when they hear that you're doing a new project and building a new playground in a town. You probably get people that line up and just say, "Bill, whatever you need, I'm there. I want to help you with this project." Great support from volunteers, too, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that is so true. I mean, it started in our core group, our firefighters, many retired firefighters from New Jersey, but we get teachers and cops and DPW workers and people from all walks of life. The reality is, especially in the country right now, very divided, polarized politically. This is, apolitical. It's a place where folks, gravitate together. They put all their differences aside and really can focus and gather for one cause, and that's to celebrate children, to support communities. And it's really been, a coming together and just something very needed. And we're finding that not only in New Jersey, but in Pennsylvania and Oklahoma. We're going to be building in Canada, and really it's become an international project for us right now.
Yeah, very cool. Bill Lavin's our guest. He's the founder of the Where Angels Play Foundation. I'm glad he's taken some time to talk to us today. You can visit the website whereangelsplayfoundation.org for more information. Talk about the book, Bill. I know it was released earlier this year. Why now for this book, and what does the book talk about?
Well, the book was inspired by really a few of the moms. There were so many miracles and signs and God winks that we got from as we were building, when we needed the sun to burst through the clouds at a certain time, or if the theme was rainbows, a rainbow would appear. So we had so many of these not-so coincidences take place that many of the moms said to me, you really should document this and share this with the rest of the world. And so my son, Smitty Lavin, who's a very talented writer, and I put together these stories, and it really chronicles from 9/11 and Hurricane Sandy and Hurricane Katrina through the shooting. But it talks about, and I guess the overall theme is what my mom used to say, and that is, if you threw your problems in a pile with everyone else's, you'd fight to get yours back. And it talks about this group of volunteers who build playgrounds in honor of the angels, who continue to show us signs. And really, we wanted to write the book to celebrate the grace and strength and trust of the moms and dads. Much that has been written about the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting has been how the children died, and gun control and mental illness and all the very horrific things that happened there. But this book talks about the forgiveness and the strength and the trust of families who are uplifting communities in the wake of unbelievable personal tragedy. So it's been my honor to write it. The reaction to it has been wonderful. There are some sad moments, there's no doubt, but it is by and large a triumph over tragedy. It's called Where Angels Live, Work, and Play, and it's available on our website, whereangelsplayfoundation.org, and we're thrilled that it's being received so well.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that it is. So definitely get your hands on that book and see what it's all about. Bill, I can barely hammer a straight nail. Sometimes I hold a screwdriver by the wrong end, believe it or not. But if there's anything I can do, the next time you're ready to do a build in Jersey, count me in as a volunteer, all right? I will do anything that you guys need, and I'm there for you, man. You're an angel among us. So if there's anything I can do to help us at your next Jersey build, I want to get on that list, and I want to help you out any way I can.
Thank you. Well, that's the beautiful thing about it. We have, some very skilled volunteers, but we also need wheelbarrows, moved from one place to another. Guys need to lift some heavy pieces of equipment, and we have, my oldest brother's 73 years old, and he's carrying 80-pound bags around, and I have, children there, so all ages, all walks of life, and all levels of skill are helping us really change the world one playground at a time. So thanks, Bert, and I look forward to working with you and so many other of your listeners who might be interested in getting involved.
Yeah, moving a bag of cement, that might be where I come into play, maybe, Bill. That might be the best thing I can do. Bill Lavin, founder of the Where Angels Play Foundation, thank you for this amazing work you're doing, and, of course, for your years as a firefighter here in Jersey. I'm a son of a 20-some-year firefighter in Morris County, so I know what it's like. But thank you for all the work that you're doing, and my honor to speak with you today, sir, and I can't wait to get to work with you, and thank you for the time this morning, all right?
Well, it's been our blessing. Thank you for having me, Bert.
All
Appreciate it.
All right, you bet. My pleasure. Thank you. All right, Bill Lavin, my guest.